Well, if two numbers are equal, then the same powers of the numbers are equal. Well, that makes sense. If A equals B, then A to the power of n also equals B to the power of n. Furthermore, we also have the square of the hypotenuse. The square of the hypotenuse, which is C, that you like to call it, of a right triangle is equal to the sum of the squares of the two legs A and B. Guys, welcome back. This is Math Dice. Welcome to this side of YouTube where you guys are learning about mathematics, and God willing, I can make it easy for you guys to understand. Take a moment and subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can be alert when I post a new video. Also, don't forget, check out my other channels. You will see them popping up on the screen as I'm speaking. Well, let's get active. So I just read to you two definitions. One says basically if A if A oops equals B, then A power of n also equals to B power of n, which makes sense, right? If 1 equals to 1, then it basically means it's 1 to the power of 1 and 1 power of 1. It makes sense. It can be any number. It can be any power. And the second definition I read was um, the square of the hypotenuse, or meaning the square of the hypotenuse. And when you call the hypotenuse in the triangle, is the longest leg of the triangle. This is called hypotenuse. Alright? Hypotenuse. Hopefully I got it right. If I don't, that's fine, because I'm not here to teach you. I'm not here to teach you guys English, but math. So the leg of the hypotenuse, we usually call it C squared. This is equal to the sum of those two other legs, A squared plus B squared. This is called the Pythagorean formula. C squared equals to A squared plus B squared. So today we're talking about solving equations containing radical expression. Now, I know some of you already do not like solving equations, but guess what? We're gonna take it one step further. We were used to doing things as x plus y squared equals to 35. Well, now we're gonna be doing other things. For example, we're gonna do something like as follow. The square root of y equals to 2. So how do we solve? See, how do we solve? Oops, let me actually write that better. So how do we solve this? Okay, let's go right here. So we're gonna have square root of y equals to 2. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a hint or a tip to make it as easy so you can understand it. Whenever you're dealing with radicals, you are also dealing with exponent. When I say exponent, I'm talking about fractional exponent, meaning something like to the power of 1 over n. That's a fraction. That's a fractional exponent. This would be also written as the nth root of a. So if you have a power of 1 over 2, it's equal to the square root of a. Or if it's a to the power of 1 over 3, it's equal to the cube root of a. So that's what you're dealing with. So the best way to actually work with these is by squaring it or cubing it or taking it to the fourth, fifth, or sixth power. Whichever power you have right now, you need to raise it to the better power. For instance, right here we have the square root of y, right, equals to 2. Well, I can rewrite this as y to the power of 1 over 2 equals to 2. Well, how can I make it as easy as possible? I can just say y power of 1 over 2 to the power of 2. Now that I raised this part to the power of 2, I'm going to also raise this one to the power of 2. So now, what do I have next? Now I have y to the power of half to the power of 2 is equal to y is equal to y half times 2, which is equal to 2 squared. 2 times 1 is 2 over 2 is 1, so I have y equals to 4. So this is how you actually solve the equation. Whenever you have radicals, the best thing to do is to raise it to the power that the radical is written in. For instance, if I have the cube root of 6x equals to negative 3. Well, how do I do that? We see we have a cube root. So I'm going to raise this. I'm going to raise this to the power of 3. So I can get rid of, okay, I don't want to say get rid of, but when you raise power of 3, what it does is it makes the whole cube root equal to 1. For instance, in mathematics, that thing called cancel out. People use that term cancel out because they don't know how to describe it. It doesn't cancel anything; it makes it equal to 1. So you can use the radicand in an easier manner. So that would be equal to 6x to the power of 1/3, right? And that would be equal to negative 3. I'm just rewriting this part without that one. So now I'm gonna raise this to the power of 3 so I can eliminate the radical exponent. So that would be 6x power of 1 over 3 to the power of 3. And that will be equal to negative 3 to the power of 3. So remember the power rule? Yes, power rule says when you multiply two exponent, or when you when you are raising an exponent to a higher exponent, you multiply them. So that means you're gonna have 6x 1/3 times 3, and that's equal to negative 3 power of 3. So 3 times 1 is 3 over 3 is equal to 1. So you get 6x equals to negative 27. Right? Because remember, negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3. Negative times negative is equal to positive. Negative times negative equals to positive. Positive times negative equals to negative. So with negative. And 3 times 2 is equal to 27. That's how you get that. Now, solve for x. I'm going to divide both sides by 6. So I will get x equals to negative 27 over 6. Can I simplify? Yes. Can I divide by 3 on both sides? Yes. So that will be equal to x equals to negative 9 over 2. And that is your answer. Okay. Let me do one last, and then we're gonna do for part 2 for harder work. Let's say we have the square root of 5x minus 4 equal to 9. Well, again, we write this in a better way. That will be 5x minus 4 to the power of half equals to 9. Then I'm going to raise this to a power. 2. So that will be 5x minus 4 equals to 9 squared, right? And so I have 5x minus 4, my bad, equals to 81. I'm going to add 4 on both sides. So I get 5x equals to 85. I'm going to divide by 5 on both sides. And I get x equals to what? 17. Right? And that's it. So, yes, it is actually not really hard, guys. It looks hard. It looks tedious. But it's very simple. As long as you know exactly how to get to that part. If you don't know how to get to that part, you're gonna be shocked and in awe that it's very hard to do, but it's actually not really hard at all. It's pretty easy to do. So guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget, to check my other channels in down below. You're gonna also see them on the screen. And if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. And you can always donate to my Cash App, PayPal, and Zelle. They are all written down below. So guys, I'm gonna stop it right here. This is my stats. Hope to see you guys again. Until then, my stats out.